Once upon a time, it was a normal Friday night. Me and my two younger sisters are crowded around the kitchen counter talking JoJo's, which is something that had been happening so frequently everybody in the house tends to ignore us at this point. Now, like I said, it was pretty normal stuff. We talk about the series, the characters, the memes, stuff that I'm pretty sure is normal for JoJo fans to talk about. Little do I suspect that a crisis was about to present itself in the form of the youngest sister present. You see, us two older gals are technically adults at this point, and well, the third one, she's not, and that's where we get stuck. You see, every now and again we'll be laughing at our own jokes and what have you, and this particular evening we bring up Hellspawn Blonde JoJo A. We must have said something along the lines of, and then there's JoJo, even Rocky can't say how he actually happened, ha ha ha, all the lols. And then little Boo over here asks a perfectly reasonable question, and by the look on her face, something she's been wanting to ask for a long time. So, who would be Dio's so-called wife? Yes, she asked it exactly like that, and me and my older younger sister just suddenly stopped laughing. We are only quiet for about 2 to 4 seconds after that, but in that short time, you could see the panic in our faces, and I can only imagine what was going through her head. We exchanged these hopeless glances, and at the same time I'm thinking, oh my gosh, what do I do? What do I say? She hasn't had the talk yet. As far as I'm aware, she just knows that mommies and daddies make babies. So I slam my hands down on the counter and say the first thing that comes to my head. Mitosis! Now the look of suspicion doesn't leave her face. And the middle sister, Gabs, she looks at me like, what the actual fluff are you doing? You see, little sister, I say, trying to sound convincing, there's this thing that you need to learn about called asexual reproduction. And Gabs must have heard this wrong, because she looked at me horrified, like, you're actually gonna tell her? There are a lot of animals that do it, mostly invertebrates like starfish, you know? They just hack off a limb and it grows back, and the lost limb turns into a whole new starfish, right? That's called fragmentation. She's still looking at me slightly confused. So, Dio lost an arm and it turned into Giorno? That wasn't really where I was going with this, but I decided to roll with it anyway. Yeah, I mean, he was a vampire, right? Regeneration is like his thing. So, you know, a hand or a finger or something gets left behind somewhere while the rest of his body is burning in the sunlight, and it grows into an approximately 3-year-old child, who is then adopted by some passing Japanese woman. Gabs is now laughing hysterically, like, why are you even still talking? But of course, I continue, I mean, I have to see this through, right? The body did originally belong to Jonathan and has Joestar blood running through it. So in that light, the dismembered fragment didn't grow into an exact clone of Dio because of the mixed DNA. And that is how Giorno is a thing. Once that was out, I couldn't keep a straight face. Gabs was laughing, Boo was laughing, I was laughing. The whole thing was total fluff. But something about it just made so much sense, like, oh my gosh, that could have actually totally have been what happened. My youngest sister doesn't buy into it, of course. But she doesn't push it any farther either, and we let the subject go, now that we now have a new theory as to how Giorno happened. Hey guys, thanks for watching this little story time. That is, by the way, a 100% true occurrence that did happen in my life. It's a little bit shorter, but I figured I'd do something special for 500 subscribers. And I'd like to give a special appreciative thank you to anyone who has had to subscribe to my channel more than once because YouTube is randomly unsubscribing you from here. I wish there was something I could do about that. I'll keep trying. Of course, if you're new to this channel, I invite you to check out my other videos and subscribe for more content like this. Seriously, if you like this format, I'll make more animatics, because there are a lot more stories where this came from. Alternatively, you can follow me on Twitter just to keep an eye on what I'm up to. And if you don't follow me anyway, you can always comment and make suggestions for future videos or pictures for me to draw. Again, thanks for watching, everybody who's managed to make it this far, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Ciao!